Isreal-Hamas war, unbelievable as Saudi Arabia summons Nigeria others to emergency meeting. Shocking details emerged. Can you imagine? Because of the war between Israel and the Hamas of Palestine, is taking a very serious death toll. Right now, the government of Saudi Arabia has summoned Nigeria and other Islamic countries to come together in support of Palestine. And this is a very key issue now. The war is going from land dispute, because we know that the problem of this place is land dispute, boundary dispute. Okay, and now it has spanned into religious war now, and that is an error, because now it's becoming Christians versus Muslim war. Meanwhile, the people of Israel are Jews and they're not Christians, they are Judaists. So that is where even the Christian community is getting it very wrong. And the entire world is getting it very wrong, because the Israelis are not Christians. They are Judaists. Okay, they believe in the Old Testament laws of Moses. They don't believe in the New Testament laws of Jesus. That is the truth. But people are turning it, they see Israel as a Christian nation, and then it becomes Christian-Muslim war. This is a complete misunderstanding, I tell you the truth. All right, so let's dive into the detail. In a call to action, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, the monarch of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, has extended an invitation to Nigeria and several other Islamic nations united under the umbrella organization known as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, okay, for an urgent assembly. This assembly is in direct response to the ongoing and escalating conflict between Israel and Hamas. So according to a statement released by the OIC on its official website, the emergency meeting has been scheduled for October 18 and 19, and it will take place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Now the statement in part reads as follows. In response to an invitation from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which currently hosts the leadership of the Islamic Summit and the Executive Committee of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, the Executive Committee operating at the ministerial level has called for an immediate and open-ended extraordinary summit to address the rapidly intensifying military situation in Gaza. The extraordinary summit of the OIC's Executive Committee is set to convene on Wednesday, October 18, 2023 at the headquarters of the General Secretariat in Jeddah. Nigeria officially became a member of the OIC in 1986 during the leadership of retired General Ibrahim Babangida. Can you imagine? At present, the OIC consists of a collective of 57 member states, solidifying its position as the second largest global organization, second only to United Nations. This consortium acts as the unified voice for the global Muslim community. So it is crucial to recall that the conflict is currently unfolding between Hamas insurgents and the Israeli armed forces. This war reportedly began when Hamas initiated an attack on Israel on October 7. In the wake of this aggression, the ongoing hostilities have resulted in a significant loss of life, emphasizing the urgency of the situation and the need for international cooperation and diplomacy. So now Nigeria is seen as a member of the OIC, okay? And now Saudi Arabia is calling for urgent action, urgent meeting, urgent summit to go into how they can help stop that war, because people are dying, things are getting worse, especially in Palestine. Okay, so now that Saudi Arabia, the king, the monarch of Saudi Arabia, has called for this meeting, how can Nigeria participate? First of all, it's Nigeria an Islamic nation, because Nigeria has both Christians, Muslims, Nigeria has pagans, and so it is a multilingual, multi-religious, multi-ethnic nation. So for them to have, put Nigeria, they don't call it Northern Nigeria. It's not Nigeria as a nation, because Nigeria is not yet an Islamic country. It is a secular state and has all other religions being practiced as well. And the constitution provides for freedom of religion across length and breadth of the country. So, but for them to see Nigeria as an Islamic country and are inviting us, only God knows where and where the Muslims in this country, especially in Northerners, have submitted Nigeria as an Islamic country. Okay, but we all know that Nigeria can never be. That's why they're struggling to Islamize Nigeria, but it has not worked. It has not worked. And again, what you need to understand is the mistake the world is making, especially the Arabs and the Muslim community, is trying to make it like Christian-Muslim war. It is not a Christian-Muslim war, I repeat, because the Israelis are Jews, they are not Christians. So anybody calling Christian-Muslim war is making a mistake. Let's say the way it is a land dispute between Israel and Palestine, and particularly that land of Gaza. That is where the problem is. So we really need to put the information straightforward. Somebody saying, Alhamdulillah, the United States and other Christian countries are quiet. We, the Muslim nations, should rise up and go help our nations, our brothers. And please, for the Christians above making useless comment, just support your Israel and leave Islam out of your comment. Thank you. That's Gaza. Someone say, you Mohammedans haven't seen anything yet. You terrorists thought that Israel will keep you quiet. Abi? Thought that, okay. You Mohammedans haven't seen anything yet. You terrorists thought that Israel is like Nigeria, where you are using Boko Haram bandits and other vampire organizations with APC government support to destroy Israel as a no-nonsense country, are ready to teach you idiots a bitter lesson you won't forget in a hurry. Now, wow. Somebody say, KKKK. So it is true that Saudi is the sponsor of Hamas in Gaza, and they are using Islamism and Mohammedism as the only tool to collectively fight against Israel. Boko Haram is also the same benefactor from Saudi's money. We Nigerians will attend the meeting. Any Muslim who wants to go fight for Allah in Gaza is doing so on his own. Allah must fight for himself. After all, his followers are his servants, not fighters. Now, wow. Actually, us Christians will let God fight for us. Now, you as Muslims, you want to fight. Bro, go and fight at Gaza. Don't make mad here. Country, not up to half of your population. Okay. Now, wow. So the situation is actually terrible right now, and the Muslims are trying to turn it to Christian-Muslim war. Okay. It's not going to be easy. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.